In this story, you will see a mouse, a white cat, and a kind girl discover trust and friendship. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house, a young girl named Lily sat at her desk, sketching designs for her school art project. Outside the kitchen, a small mouse peeked through a crack in the wall, eyeing the delicious block of cheese sitting on the counter. It had been trying for days to get that cheese, but every time, the house cat, Shadow, caught it and chased it away. This time, the mouse decided to try again. It carefully crept across the floor, staying close to the shadows, its tiny heart pounding with excitement. But as it reached the foot of the counter, Shadow jumped out from behind a chair. "Not today, little one," the cat growled playfully. The mouse darted back into its hole, frustrated and scared. "How will I ever get that cheese?" it muttered to itself. Later that evening, while Lily was brushing her hair, she noticed Shadow sitting near the mouse hole, his tail flicking with boredom. Curious, she grabbed a piece of bread and placed it near the mouse hole. "You're always on guard, aren't you, Shadow?" she said, with a chuckle. Shadow looked at her with his usual calm but alert expression. The mouse, hearing Lily's voice, cautiously peeked out. Lily gasped when she saw its tiny face. "Oh, you must be so scared of Shadow," she said gently. "Don't worry, I won't let him hurt you." The mouse tilted its head, unsure if it could trust her. For the next few days, Lily left tiny crumbs near the mouse hole, slowly earning its trust. The mouse, feeling a bit braver, came out more often. One day, it squeaked softly as if to say, "Thank you." Meanwhile, Shadow grew more curious. He wasn't angry, he was just doing what cats do. One afternoon, when Lily wasn't looking, the mouse made another attempt for the cheese. It climbed up the chair and reached the counter, but just as it grabbed the cheese, Shadow leaped up, startling it. This time, instead of running, the mouse squeaked loudly and waved its tiny arms as if trying to explain something. Shadow paused, tilting his head in confusion. The mouse squeaked again, pointing toward Lily, who had just entered the room. Lily laughed as she saw the standoff. "Shadow, be kind," she said, scooping up the cat. She then carefully placed the mouse on the counter and let it take a small piece of cheese. Shadow sniffed the mouse and, to everyone's surprise, didn't chase it this time. From that day on, the three unlikely companions began to coexist. Lily would leave treats for both Shadow and the mouse, and Shadow, having lost interest in chasing, became more of a protector than a predator. The mouse learned that persistence and trust could turn even the fiercest opponent into a friend. And Shadow, the once proud hunter, realized that kindness was more rewarding than competition. Moral of the story: no matter how big the challenge, persistence and understanding can bridge even the widest gaps.